Hello crafters and welcome to P2PCrafts Winter Online Show, brought to you by From Picture to Page and Beyond Papercraft Shows. I'm Michelle Brown, Creative Director of From Picture to Page, which is our scrapbooking, mixed media art and paper crafting community. And P2PCrafts Winter Online Show is bringing the craft show to you, right into your craft rooms, living rooms, and wherever you are watching us from. And we've had a fantastic lineup of all our retailers, and it's such a great way of seeing their products, seeing their demonstrations, and really being able to pay attention to one thing at a time, rather than at a craft show where we get pulled in so many directions. Now, for all the details of the sessions, head over to our website from picturetopageandbeyond.com.au, where you can click on the winter show. That's got everyone there. It'll have all the replays. It's got links to our retailers, so you can go and find their websites, ask questions, and of course, hopefully order some of their products and get them into your home so you can continue crafting. Now, while you're on our website, make sure you sign up to our email list so we can send you all the details when the sessions are live. We can let you know what's coming up with the shows, and it just is the best place to get everything that's been happening. Now, whether you're watching us here live on Facebook or watching a replay on Facebook or YouTube, we just love to have you here as part of our community. So pop in the comments, just like Tamara and Kylie and Carol have. Say hi, let us know that you're there. Ask any questions, reach out to our guest today, and just basically be part of the community. It's just so lovely to see some familiar names there. And of course, names that we get to put faces to down the track. So today we are so excited to be welcoming back a retailer that we have had pop into one of our shows before, and we're looking forward to seeing them in person, hopefully not too far away, and that is Denise from Denise Boddey Designs. So Denise, take it away. We're going to pop straight into the demo.
Yep. Hello, everybody. Yes, we decided to go this way in case my phone fell off of the above camera. So the less amount of moving of the phone, probably the best.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So previously I showed you my collection, Elegance, and we are currently working on a new collection, which hopefully very soon will go to print.
Ah, excellent.
So what you're seeing today is a real sneak preview. Nobody's seen this before except for a couple of really close people.
Oh, lovely. We love sneak previews.
Yep. So it may have a little shine on it because it's a proof print.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea, this is a very, very small collection,
Mm-hmm.
4 double-sided pages, and they all coordinate with the colours towards the Elegance collection, which I'll show
lovely.
you coordination.
Mm-hmm.
Now, although we love Christmas papers, we like to also use them sometimes a little bit further on to Christmas.
That's true.
What the plan is that you can use it either Christmas or non-Christmas.
I like your thinking. It makes it very versatile.
And because, hey, we don't have snow, so it's quite florally as well. So I'll just quickly show you. I have no names for these yet, so I'm still yet coming up with them.
Oh, did you want to run a competition, Denise? We could name them for you.
Should actually, shouldn't we?
Okay, everyone, if you've got any ideas for names. So I think you said the collection was called Charming Gardens. So we're looking for garden, florally type theme names.
Yes. So, and we sort of wanted to still go with Elegance, but I think I might just throw that one out the window. So what I want to show you is how they do colour coordinate with different ones. So these are the Elegance papers.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that they do coordinate.
Oh, they're just stunning. Yep.
I don't know. I'm not sure whether the shine, is there too much shine?
No, not too bad.
Not too badly?
Yeah.
This one is one of my favourites.
Yeah, and I know you said you've had some storms there in Adelaide today, so the internet might be a little bit jumpy, but we're doing okay.
Okay, yes, I've been trying to watch it online, and every now and again it would cut out on me. So I've been a little bit, I might rush things a little bit. Hang on, I'll move this on so you can see some more blues.
Mm-hmm.
So it does colour coordinate. So you can still use all of the papers from the Elegance collection, and then you can just combine it with different elements.
Yeah.
This one here. This one I'm thinking will make a beautiful dome.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if anybody has been on, but yes, we do domes. So hopefully in October I can bring all the domes over. Fingers crossed.
We would love to see them all in person.
All right, so here we go. We keep going. I'll move it on. You can see how all the greens color coordinate. I've been asked to do a little bit more of a pattern. Another one of my favorites. You can shift them on to other colors. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
This one here, I brought in a red.
Ooh, oh, that's nice. Quite a pinky, dusty, romantic red.
Yeah, and really good for the scrapbookers who like to have quite plain stuff to work on and then add all of your elements, which we'll show you a little bit more about later. And a blue. This one is very pretty. And you can see how it colour coordinates with this one as well. So basically it's an extension of the Elegance, but with a whole different theme to it. But all the colours are very similar. Okay, now I'll just show you some other things. So over here, we were supposed to have a fair like you guys. And we were going to go with the theme of Christmas in July. So I pulled out a lot of things that I normally use for Christmas. So I'm just going to quickly show you. This is what we do with the chipboard. Can you see
that's stunning.
So we have three or four different sizes in the angel wings. So this one is the petite. Okay, we've got a very, very large one as well, which I wouldn't even fit on the camera. So you can see they're all different colours. There's different. I'm just wondering, you probably won't be able to see this. There's something I want to talk about maybe next time. Is that how you can emboss the chipboard?
Right.
And then you work with using your different spray. Actually, here we go. Here's a good example. So I've made tags. And what I do is I hang them over my candlestick holders when I've got a few in the house.
Lovely.
And if you can just see that this has been run through an embossing through my die cutting machine with an embossing folder. And then, of course, I've sprayed it and then I've run fingers over with a bit of mousse or wax. So different colours. So that's another good technique to use with the chipboard.
Yeah.
There's another tag that I've used with washi tape, actually, a very large one.
Oh, nice. And how nice just to be able to sort of put your craft work on display, which, sometimes scrapbooks and art journals don't get seen as much.
Oh, yes. Well, I go full on throughout the house at Christmas time. Not as full on as some, but yes, we do. Okay. Now, this one here, we've been working on some new kits. Excuse me for reaching over. So, now, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it. I might have to move it all on.
No, we can see most of it, yep.
I might just quickly move it up. Okay, so we have different kits available. And this one, now, it's called, I can't even pronounce it very well, Pentateuch, which means 5 panels.
Right,
yep. Yeah, it's 5 panels, okay? So this kit is also available. And it's the Tree of Life kit. We also have another one. I'm going to see if you can see. And you've got different panels. They've got acetate in it. A lot of it is also up to you, how you decorate it. This one too. This one's a new one. And it's got a heart on it.
Now, lovely.
Last time I showed you a tag and I used this beautiful mould. And I'm waiting for this to come in. And finally it came in. I'll just show you the mould. Okay, it's a Finnabair one.
Oh, wow.
Stop. Absolutely love it. And I've used it on a lot of things. So,
and what did you put into the mould?
It's just a resin. I just use resin.
Okay.
I like resin because it cures quite quickly, the resin that I use. So wait, because I'm not very good with waiting. So as much as clay is fantastic, but in the winter months it's not quick enough for me.
Right. Okay.
So there we go. There's that one. And the kits come like that. You can choose your own colours to what you're going to paint with them. This particular one does not have the mould though, because that's an extra thing that you can do. Everything like this. Okay.
Wow, so how many pieces is in that kit? That's huge.
It's quite a lot of pieces. I'll tell you the price. It's $17.
Right, excellent. But it comes all the pieces for the frames of that. Yep.
Yeah, except for the moulding,
Yep.
of course. Yeah. So yeah. Now, last time I was on, we were also talking about some stamps that we've got happening. And they finally came in. So very large stamp.
Wow, they're amazing.
And it also has its die cut. So when you stamp it, you can then put it through your machine and it will die cut the image out.
Oh, fantastic. And do they come together as a set, or do you purchase them separately?
No, you purchase the stamp and the die cut as a set.
Yep.
And then you've got the little one as well. Okay, so the Craft Barn and myself, we've collaborated to get these happening. So very excited. And I'm telling you, it not long came in, probably about 3 or 4 days, just before lockdown, actually.
Good timing.
Yeah, really good timing. So, yes, we grabbed them just before lockdown, and literally half an hour before we were allowed to.
Oh, wow. That's a bit cutting it close.
It was. We were cutting it very, very close. So we've done a little card on that, which I will show you with the little one today. So we've not had a great deal of chance to play with it. Just shift these out of the way.
It's hard to prioritise playing with things, isn't it, when there's so many things to do?
Oh, yes.
Well, especially since you were preparing for a show as well. That would have had to take priority.
Mind you, I'm going to use this time now to get ahead, hopefully.
I like your optimism.
Yeah.
I think in Melbourne we're just wallowing in overwhelm, so...
Oh, yeah. Anyway. Here we go. So what I've done is I'm not 100% finished it because I actually wanted to show you. So this is the little one, if you can see it. And I've used papers from the Charming Garden with no name. Now this is how I've stamped it. And I have coloured in the centre of it, and I've put a little bit of mousse over the top. So this is just a simple die that I've cut out. We're going to use it as a background. I'm just going to stick it down and show you how it works. I've put foam tape on the back and foam tape on this one too. I've also cut the wings. I've separated the wings so that we can shape them a little bit.
Right.
All right. So we're just going to put that together and finish this cut off. So I've got a few things that I've started, and we're just going to finish them tonight. We'll head on to the page. So it's a bit of a lead up towards the page. There we go.
And what glue are you using there?
One of my favourite ones, the Couture Creations craft glue. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yep. Love it. I love it for multiple reasons. That it dries very quickly. And as I've discovered, a lot of the ladies that I teach, they have trouble with their hands. And this bottle is actually really good for their hands.
Okay.
Because it's a soft bottle, so they're not blew out. On the occasion, sometimes my hands do play up, and I've found that I look for this bottle.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to know. Anything that helps us, because it's sad when our health hinders our creativity.
Yes, and I did not actually twig why. I thought to myself, why am I having so much trouble tonight with this glue, and yet I didn't have any trouble. And then I realised that it's actually the bottle. The bottle is nice and soft. Totally recommend it if you've got hands that occasionally play up. So on this card, I've also added the petite butterflies, which is a lot of chipboard that we've created. So I've got lots and lots of new things available online since I last talked to you.
Oh, you've been busy.
Very busy. So there's that one there. An easel card, which I should have taken it down a bit more, which we can still do. Down a bit. There we go. whether you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
There's that one. Now, I'm going to move on. So this is another one that I just did not that long ago. Another new panel. Using the new papers for Christmas. So I've added Merry Christmas, and I've come in, and we've also got an A4, which I didn't show you, which has got all Christmas little elements in it with a bit of ivy and all of that happening.
Oh,
so that's
lovely.
what got happening as well. There's that. And this one here, one of the pages, and I've created a wreath that's not necessarily a wreath. So if you wanted to use it after Christmas, you can.
Yeah, it could be a garland or...
Yeah. So we've done that as well, and it's got a little, and if I can find, here we go, I'll show you this one next. So it also has side panels, very similar to the wreath, and you can put them on the side of your card, like this. So see if I can show you.
Oh, wow.
See how it side there.
Oh, people must love receiving your cards, Denise.
Actually, one lady said, it sits in her china cabinet. I can't remember who it was. It was a friend, and she put hers in the china cabinet.
Oh,
because,
yep. I definitely think that's where it belongs.
Yes, it's not one that would post over well, but anyway. So you can see that I've done the wreath, and there's a side panel just in there. And I've topped my clock from the Elegance collection with, we called it a snowflake, but, it's not really a snowflake, but that's what it's called, okay? So that sits over like that, or like that. Put it in like that, whichever way you want. So that is another new one, and I did write it down, what it was. Just forgotten what it's called. Like I said, I've got a lot of different things that I've created.
You've forgotten the names of your children. That's not good.
Oh, no. I've got about 400 designs. So I'm still. It's actually my husband that knows quite well. He knows the prices and he knows the names because he's the one on the website.
Yep.
So we're going to go over to the page, as I promised. Now, this is something new. Not for me, but possibly for anybody else who may have not ever seen this. So one of my favourite techniques to do is actually use acetate.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be another page, but it's going to be created in acetate. Can you see how it... And I know you get a glare.
Yeah. So the finished one is on acetate.
Oh, it's 2 pages.
Right. Oh, okay. The side page. Right. Yep.
Yeah. So this is the beginning. Okay. I actually finished this page. And yes, I've used my new flowers, and if I was able to get the photo printed that I wanted to get printed, that would have been used, which was a Christmas one of Eden in a little red outfit that she had on. So what we're going to do now is create another page, and that actually sits over the top.
Right.
Of the photo, and I've got this happening quite a lot in a lot of my albums.
Oh, that is stunning, really taking it to that 3-dimensional.
Yeah, and that's what I love the most. So what you can do is that you have your acetate page in the middle of 2 different pages. So when you design this page and then you design the other page, it all has to coordinate, because once you turn this over, it's going to also be another layer. Does that Yeah. So the beautiful thing about doing this, and I have not done it tonight because, and I did want to do it, but is that you can paint the acetate.
Oh, okay.
I have actually painted it a little bit. You can see.
Right. Oh, pretty.
Also need to be very aware of what's underneath your papers and if it's showing and everything.
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit difficult because you've also want to, disguise your glue or your foam tape, which you can see there, but I've painted it. So when I was to decorate this page, I would make sure that everything is covered up. You just have to be a little bit careful and very out of the way. So explaining that. So I haven't actually finished this, but this is what we're going to do. I'm going to work with it so you can see. So let's take the tape off. So what you can do is you can paint it. You can use your texture paste, which is what I've used there with the flowers. That's using the Tim Holtz stencils, that one there. I've used that on that. So you can use that. You can also, with your paint, you can use stamps. You can stamp the images on, pending, of course, what stamp you have. The beautiful thing is if you've got, which is the acrylic stamps, and you want to use your pigment inks, because that's the best thing to use. If you paint the background, then you know that it's going to dry.
Right.
If you have a rubber stamp, you can use your Stays On or the other, and that will dry on the acetate.
Okay, we've got Denise back. Let's keep going.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Technical difficulties.
Yep. All right, so I'm just going to quickly stick this down. It's thrown me out of sorts a little bit. There we go. Okay. So it's something I stuck them together because I needed it to be a little bit in line. Okay. So that will go over, but just to make sure, line it up. And you can see how the layers are building now. And that's going to sit over there. Just like that. We'll make sure. Yeah, okay, all good. Stick that down. We're all lined up. So yes, you can stamp your acetate, and to give it a little bit more dimension, you can paint it. Texture paste, I love using the texture paste on this because you can actually see it. So it is something a little bit different. The acetate, I must admit, I'm hoping that Couture Creations is their acetate, and I'm hoping they still have it, because I actually didn't check before I decided to do this.
Because yes, it must be a bit hard finding 12-inch by 12-inch acetate.
It was, and when they brought it out, I was very, very excited. But previously, what I used to do was I would use A4 acetate, and I would half a panel of the A4 acetate combined with your paper.
Oh, okay.
So I've done that as well. It's also really nice when you have your pocket pages to have an acetate thing in between, because then you're still seeing all your pockets as well. So it is one of my most favourite techniques that I've played with over the years. Okay, we've got rid of some of that. We could still probably get some more foam tape in the middle of that. Pop that aside. So what
okay, just before you move it, could you just turn it around the other way for us so we could have a good look at it up the right way?
Okay, so you're not, which way are you seeing?
Yeah, just turn it around 180 degrees.
That is, so the camera's moved again.
Yep, and one more time. No, one more time. Keep going.
Okay.
That's it. Fantastic.
Okay. How's that?
Yep, lovely.
Technology is never 100% perfect, is it? I'm just going to take that aside, because what we're going to do is we're going to colour the frame, and we're going to colour some of the chipboard that's going to be tucked in beside it. So one of my most favourite things that I use with my chipboard is the mousses. Some of that. Now this one is probably dried out a bit because I've had got the heater on. So this time I'm just patting it because I wanted it to not be full on red. Sometimes you can brush it as well. A bit more. sorry, a little bit of purple.
Oh, the shimmer on that's just stunning.
You can see?
In the pot, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes when you add a little bit of water to it, it's a little bit too much. Okay. They're all upside down. I like to just add colours until I'm happy.
Gosh, that almost looks like wattle now with the gold on it.
Yeah, yeah. Completely changed it, hasn't it?
Mm.
Okay. That way. So with the frame, I want to add a reasonable amount of purple.
So Carolyn was just asking, what's the product that you're using now to colour the chipboard?
Nouveau embellishment mousse.
Right, you might just need to pop that up on the angle. It's a bit hard to see with the light on it.
Sorry.
Yep.
Nouveau embellishment mousse.
So Nouveau mousse.
Nouveau mousse. Nouveau mousse is a water-based mousse, which is really good because you can use it with water. You can, like, I've dampened it just a little bit. You can spray it with water, like to move it around. Sometimes when I was saying about embossing your chipboard, and if you go over it with your mousse, then add water. I think we need to do a whole new technique on that.
It sounds like it.
It's a technique that I sort of don't use as much as I used to, but I love it. It's a bit messy. I think we need to do something on that. But yeah, so it's water based. Now there's another product that we use, and this is the Finnabair.
Oh, okay.
Product.
Yep.
And the wax. Now wax is not water based, so you can't move it like you would the Nouveau mousses. But together, oh, they are such a love.
That's a gorgeous colour.
Yes, yes. So we also have them available. I use these for a whole different technique. Sometimes it's combined techniques as well, because if you put this on your chipboard and then you want to spray it with a spray or just water, this is not going to move, but everything else around it will. So I think next time I will do the embossing technique, I think.
And does it take a while to dry, or does it sort of remain tacky?
Really, I mean, you can overspray it with water, or you can, I mean, it won't, I use a heat gun, so it's not going to be 100%, and the biggest problem is you don't want to overheat it with a heat gun.
Right.
Depending on, obviously, in the weather. The way it is at the moment, it's going to take everything. It's dry.
Days to dry, gosh.
I'm just adding a bit of red. Now, there is different Nouveau mousses, and I'm just going to quickly explain this. That this particular one is the expanding mousse. I don't use it for the expanding reason. I use it just totally and utterly for the colours. But if you was to put this on very, very thick, and you added the heat of a heat gun, it would actually expand.
Oh, okay, like puff paint almost.
Yes, yes. But I sort of don't really need it or use it for that. I just use it for the colours. So I try and stock. Basically what I do is I have colours that obviously are very popular, and things that I think are going to coordinate together. So I've added a little bit of red there. It's possibly a little bit too much, but anyway, whatever. All right, I'll just pop that aside. So yeah, it's one of my favourite products, the mousses and the waxes. And, you know, this is also very good for your resin moulds as well. I'll just This particular one, I've used the greens.
So Susie was just asking if you could just show us the lids of the Nuovo mousse again, so we can just have another look. And if you just lift it up a bit closer to the camera. Yep.
How's that way?
Yeah, that way and a bit closer to the camera.
How's that?
Yep, that's good. If you could just lift them up too, please.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yep, thank you.
And we have these all on our website too. And yeah, so everything I've on the website is in stock, and we just had a whole new lot of colours that just arrived for the fair. Yeah. So just going to explain that you can use them on your resins as well. So a lot of the greys and the greens that I've used on the resin. Obviously, you have to prime your resin first.
Right.
So as well. So mostly everything I do is always got a little bit of mousse to it. Can't help myself. So I have to do this upside down so everybody can see it.
Oh, that's okay. You can do it the right way up and then turn it around for us, whichever's easier.
Yeah. Right. Well, it won't take too long. Now, it's acetate, so you can't just use any glue.
Uh-huh.
Back to the craft glue again, because it dries very well. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. It's actually going to look not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah. So you've noticed too that I've coloured the chipboard on the other side, because you're going to see that on the reverse side of the acetate.
Right. Yeah, so you're really thinking both sides.
You do, yes. Now, unfortunately, you've got to also be very careful with the amount of glue. I'll try and minimise it. Rid of all the little webs. Make sure it's lined up. Go underneath. Concentrating. Okay. Now, we've also got a little tag that's available as one of the pages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just have a look where it's going to sit. So where do we put the glue so that we can't see it? Like so. And a little trick, if you cut out your words like here, and it looks a little on the crooked side, just get in and distress around it, and that way you can actually cover up the fact that you may have made a mistake cutting it out, which is very easy. Now, let's have a look. We're going to tuck him in. We might have to trim him off a bit. So also too, when you're building with the layers, make sure that you don't put glue on everything, otherwise it's going to show through.
So Cheryl just said she's coming late. She just wanted to check what glue you were using.
It's a Couture Creations quick dry adhesive.
Quick dry adhesive. Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's look, it's a tacky craft glue. Anything like 450 or Helmer is all just as good.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said before, I like this one because it's really easy on the hands. Totally recommend it for anybody who has arthritis. in their hands. But yeah, it's just a clear craft glue. I would not recommend anything like a PVA or anything like that, because it's not going to dry quickly on your acetate. If you're going to use the PVA glue, only use it on the paper. I need to have shares in this sort of glue because the use. I'm actually going to put a little bit of foam tape on that. I can find it. I could keep building on this, but I'm not going.
Excellent. And yes, so perhaps when you finish that, if you could just turn it round for us so we could have a look at the detail.
Yeah, just add a little bit of foam tape just to the flowers, raise them. Now, another thing too, which also with your scrapbooking pages, and I have a tendency, I don't know about anybody else's, I always seem to work in the same direction. So if I was to do another layout that this is going to sit in the middle with, I would make sure that the height using all the chipboard would be on the opposite side.
Right. So it balances up a little. Yeah. And then could you just push it away from you a little bit?
That way?
Yeah, that's it.
How's it?
Yeah. Lovely. And perhaps just could you, it's a bit hard if it's still tacky, just angle it up a bit because the light's just reflecting on the acetate.
Yeah, and that was what I was a little bit worried. How was that?
Yeah, that's okay. So we can see that you've painted it, you've added the collage elements, you've put the chipboard in and added the mousse on top.
Yeah. I mean, I could go in and even just stamp if I wanted to, but I thought, nah, we'll just leave it at that. We've got different elements. This is some of these panels that you're seeing. That's another lot of new chipboard that we've just designed. And another one here. Okay, so there's a couple of those new panels that were available as well. So there's a lot of new stuff on the web.
Excellent. Well, we're nearly out of time to Denise, so if we can get you on the camera.
Alrighty, now, fingers crossed.
Excellent. So we'll let Denise get her camera back. And look, we know it was a little bit tricky, but we got there in the end. And between Denise's weather and the weather we've had here, I think we've done very well. So Denise, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. I'm so glad I have this opportunity, and I want to say thank you to you guys as well for letting us do all of this stuff. It's just such a good opportunity, and we're very pleased and to be able to do this.
Yeah, and look, we understand that craft is so much better to be there in person and see it live, but really this is the second best thing, and it's a way to reach people that we wouldn't normally be able to. So
yeah. Fingers crossed, everything goes well, and I'll be able to head across the border.
Oh, yes, we would love to see you. And, like I said, it'll be soon enough, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe it. It's already July, yes.
Exactly. So, Denise, we popped your website details into the chat as well. So is that the best place for people to find you?
Yes, I have Facebook, Instagram. I try and avoid Pinterest because it just sends my brain into all sorts of things. But I do have that as well. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and the website. There is a blog as well. So there's links all over the place to try and,
Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you. I think you've given all of us, even me with my art journal thinking, so much to think about and how to build up those layers. So thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Fantastic. Well, we hoped you enjoyed that session with Denise Boddey Designs. It's like I just really have just thinking of so many different ways of building up those layers by using the different mediums. It's just something so different to see in scrapbooking, and Denise with all her own designs and her own papers, just gorgeous. So thank you all for watching. Any more questions, pop them in the comments, and Denise or myself will definitely get back to them in the next day or two. Of course, like us, share us with your crafty friends, and continue to spread the crafting love. So this is Michelle signing off. We hope you have a crafty day.